Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Salaki. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. To the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone Law, where I learned this truth from, and all you brothers throughout the four winds laboring in truth and in sincerity. Shalom and Rakatham. And this right here is definitely the spirit. Now, this article right here was from June 22nd. When was that? I believe that was Sunday, right? I believe Sunday or Monday, something like that. Anyway, it says here, sword and spear. Quote, sword and spear. China's hypersonic weapons, aircraft carriers, interceptor missiles, only to thwart U.S. belligerence, military experts. China conducted a land-based mid-course anti-ballistic missile ABM technical test on June 19th, right? But this what caught my attention here. So World War III is definitely on the horizon. It says here, sword and spear. All right, in the scriptures, the ICBM nuclear missiles are known as a sword, or the glittering sword that cometh out of his gull. You know, so this is the Most High's work, that he's putting it in the kings of the East or their minds to even, whoever wrote this article here, man, it definitely ties in with prophecy, but to fight this world war, this third world's war. So this is all in the spirit, you know, sword and spear. China's hypersonic weapons, because China has those type of weapons. Russia definitely has those type of weapons. North Korea has those weapons. Iran has those weapons, or they're working on those type of weapons. But nonetheless, this is all going to be used during World War III. All these nuclear missiles I'm talking about. Sword and spear. So let's grab the first precept. This Job 20 and verse 25. Job 20 and verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gull. Terrors are upon him. Now the gull are the nuclear silos, or the underground facility. They have other names for it, but the nuclear silos, which are going to launch these nuclear missiles into the atmosphere. Shalaki. Right, they're known as the glittering sword, the nuclear missiles, and they're also known as fiery flying serpents, because when the nuclear missiles are traveling, and you know, in the air, you got like the fire behind. Oh man, Salaki. Right, Salaki. It looks like a flying serpent in the air, the way they travel. You know, you got like the fire, and it looks like a snake. The nuclear missiles look like snakes traveling in the air. Right, and it's coming to bite America bad. Coming to bite Babylon, a.k.a., well, America, a.k.a. Babylon, real bad. It's coming to sting this bitch. So, right, read that again. Job 20 and 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gull. Terrors are upon him. Right, terrors will be upon Esau, Edom, and the elites. Right, because once that goes down, simultaneously Yahweh Shai is also going to return, crack those clouds. The chariots are going to they're going to damage Esau, Edom's society, or Esau, Edom's kingdom. All right, which is going to be an overkill with Yahweh Shai returning. When Yahweh Shai returns to take Esau out of power, he's going to make an overkill, but the nuclear missiles are going to put an end to Esau, Edom's society. Let's grab, and this is how you know that we're not in the kingdom. I want to grab this right quick. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1. And this is how you know that Esau, Edom is in his power and rulership in his kingdom, and we're not. It says here, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. All nations are definitely not flowing into Jerusalem now, the nations are not being taught the law, statute, and commandments because Esau, Edom, is a devil by nature. He violates, all right, and breaks his own decrees, right? Just like he did with the Native American Indians, he broke over 500 plus decrees, all right, and peace treaties. Excuse me, not decrees, but treaties, all right? So, and, you know, Jerusalem is filled with idolatry, homosexuality, lesbianism, all kinds of madness, wars. You got Hamas shooting rockets at Israel, Israel shooting rockets back at them, right? These nations are not learning the law, statute, and commandments. The laws are slack in that land and also throughout the whole entire world. Nobody is learning how to morals. Nobody's learning how to be a man in a society, right? Children are being raised the wrong way. And, you know, the list goes on, man. We could go on and on and on with this. But it says this, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Right, after that 1,000 years, these nations will have to follow the law, statute, and commandments. But we're going to be the top nation. You blacks, Latinos, and natives, or you Israelites, will be the top and leading nation on this earth. We're going to rule over our oppressors and those that rule over us now. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords, right, into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And that's really what I wanted to grab here in Isaiah chapter 2, is this verse here. So, a sword, right? The nuclear missiles are likened unto swords. And spears, those are weapons. Nowadays, you call them nuclear missiles, you call them guns, but they're also known as swords, whether they're nuclear missiles or guns or any type of weapon. They're known as swords. Biblically known as swords, flying serpents, spears. And that's the spirit in this article that it says sword and spear, China's hypersonic weapons, aircraft carriers, interceptor missiles, only to thwart United States belligerent military experts. So that's the spirit, right? I just want to bring that out with that. Shalom.